Welcome into Gamesthetic episode 152. I'm Alex Light with Sparky3. Hopefully you're having a phenomenal day today, whether if you're watching this live alongside of us, watching after fact, or listening to this after fact. We appreciate the hell out of you. No Zach with us here today, this wonderful Saturday before the Thanksgiving week. He is very busy with work due to the holidays, but we do have John in studio. John, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing all right. I got confused. I looked down, I saw myself wearing this hoodie, and I was like, I think I've worn this hoodie in the last 3 episodes.
3 episodes straight.
It might be a different one, but this has become my Saturday hoodie that I wear at home.
Gonna have to fact check that.
I was trying to look at it. I was like, I don't know. It's either this one or I may have worn my Niagara Falls one last week.
Right. I'm gonna have to go back and fact check that, and I'll let you know.
But because I normally wear this at home, and then it may have been last week, I looked at it, I was like, I'm gonna change this one.
Well, for today's episode, of course, we have Game Award nominees. We're going to go through all the listings, give our thoughts on it, see who's snubbed, and just kind of talk about that. Because there's always a lot there. Black Friday deals, of course. Lots of Black Friday sales up right now. One notable retailer's ad is still not up yet, and that is GameStop. So still got to keep an eye on that one going into next week. They have some deals up, but not all the big stuff. But we do have some Walmart stuff, Best Buy, Target, and a couple others. And then I'll touch on Persona 5 Tactica and Super Mario RPG. Unfortunately, I have not got a lot of time on either of them. Probably about an hour on both is all I've had time for since they came out yesterday. But if you could, use the referral link down below to check out some Rogue Energy, promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off your order, and we would appreciate that support, as well as support if you go over to Agent Inc. and pick up a jersey as well. Join the Discord, come chat with us. A couple things before I forget about it. Number uno. Next Saturday, we will not do a show. We've always taken off Thanksgiving and Christmas weekends just for the holidays. Looks like I am going to have one member of my family down next Saturday, so I'll probably be spending it with her. So I know I'll be unavailable, and just a good time for everyone to kind of recoup, recharge, and get ready for the next week. The other thing, I know sometime in the show last week, we were talking about if we should do anything for the Game Awards because of how draining it was last year for Zach and I. I think we're doing it. We're officially locking in that we will be doing the Game Awards, and it will be a very special event. That's all I will say for the moment. When we come back on sometime the weekend of December 2nd, I don't know if we'll be live December 2nd or not, because that is that show that now that with new developments, I would like to be there for that episode. So we may just need to kind of move things around that weekend, whether if it's the December 1st Friday or December 3rd Sunday or whatever. We'll figure something out. I will talk about what the Game Awards special is going to be. It's going to be really cool. I really can't wait for it.
I'm sitting over here. I don't forget what we talked about earlier.
That's John for you.
You said it. And I was like, you were talking over there, and I'm like, huh.
I called you specifically.
I know most of it, but I forgot some of it.
So anyway, yes, that's the couple little in-house things for you. So no episode next week. We will be back the following weekend sometime, whether if it's Friday or Sunday, maybe Saturday, but have to be like in the daytime. We'll see. And around that time, I will say what we're doing for the Game Awards, that it makes it a special event, because it will be a special event from the looks of it, and I'm really excited for it, and I can't wait to talk about it here in like a week. So anyway, I think we'll start with the Game Awards stuff here today. We did have all the nominee reveals earlier this week.
I've already locked in my votes for it.
All right, bet.
I went through earlier and kind of looked through everything. Some categories I have no opinion on.
Yeah, and there are obviously categories that we definitely will not touch on. I just swapped to it for the stream, for the video, going through all the nominees here. So obviously we'll save Game of the Year for last. We'll wait on that one.
Like, based on our conversations we've had on the show before, we know where it's going.
Right. Accurate. All right, so based on the esports stuff, I feel like the only thing
Christ,
there are
you
five.
Really want to get me started right away.
I do. So for me, the
categories piss me off.
So there's 5 categories, and the only one that the only ones that I can think that would be like, all right, let's touch on is event and game. Do you have an opinion on athlete, team, or coach? Because if not, I'll just do the event and the game.
Athlete. We can touch on. Team, Team, I have some stuff to talk about too.
All right, well, let's touch on the athlete then. We'll go over to athlete real quick.
Athlete, okay, this is one thing that kind of irritates me about these categories. Because there's a lot of esports out there, but one thing you'll notice looking through all of the esport categories for this, they are fucking dominated by CS:GO and Valorant.
True, and League.
Somewhat by league, but there's in every category there's like 3 to 4. Like if you group CS:GO and Valorant together, there's like 3 or 4 for every category almost. And player, I don't have a ton to say on here. I just wanted to point out that if you look through like every year almost for the past like 6 years or like when there's any talk about esports player of the year, there's only been one man who's been on the majority of those lists, and that is Faker.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Faker.
Faker's
always
he's
there.
always made the list.
He's my vote. Let's go.
Like he's always made the list. It's like, granted, I don't watch a lot of CS:GO or Valorant, so I don't know as much about those. I just wanted to point out one man is always a constant on these lists.
Yep.
And I wanted to point out that there's always like CS:GO and Valorant just always dominate these because they appear to be what the majority of the average player or like the average person watches apparently.
Okay, so now what was your beef with the teams? I'm pulling up the teams right now.
Okay, teams.
There are 5 teams. There's the Evil Geniuses for Valorant. There's Fnatic with Valorant. There's the Gaiman Gladiators for Dota 2, JD Gaming with League of Legends, and Team Vitality with Counter-Strike.
Okay, granted, like I said, I don't watch a lot of Counter-Strike, so I don't know how I don't know how Vitality did for Counter-Strike. But for esports team of the year, Team Vitality should be correct, but it should be the fucking Rocket League team.
Not Counter-Strike?
Well, the Rocket League Vitality team should be on this list somewhere.
Right.
They made history. They're the first team ever to sweep all majors during a split. Or they won the split, or they won every event, every regional. There's 3 regionals that happen. They won all, or maybe 4. They won every regional for their region. They won every major event, and they won Worlds. They won everything. They did not drop anything that they were in. They were the most dominant team in any season of like ever. And they don't qualify for it. Rocket League gets snubbed out of these categories. I don't know why it doesn't exist in these categories.
Steve said it's because no one cares about Rocket League.
It is. Okay, Rocket League is by far the best esport for, like, if nobody's ever seen competitive esports before, Rocket League is the best one to show someone from any perspective because it is by far the easiest to understand what happens. Cars hit ball go in net. That's the objective. You don't have to know any advanced techniques. You don't have to know map rotations. You don't have to know any other details besides they're trying to hit the ball in the other person's net, and it is fascinating to watch.
Like it didn't even make it for game.
It doesn't make it for anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't get player, team, event, or game. It doesn't get anything.
Yeah, because for the best esport game, we have Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, PUBG Mobile, and
PUBG
Valorant.
Mobile made it in, and we can't get Rocket League in here.
Yeah, right?
It's like...
I'm glad you're bitching about this because, like, I also have a beef about something later on that we'll get to. Because, like, one thing I want to point out is the fact that a lot of categories has 6 nominees. We can throw one more in there. Throw Rocket League in there. Make it a clean 6.
It's my whole point is I made the same complaint last year because like Rocket League Worlds isn't in event, and it was the viewership on it was fantastic. And it was a crazy event to watch. It was super exciting. It was super fun to watch the entire time. But we don't ever get any nominations for during the Game Awards. It's fucking frustrating. I don't understand it. I don't know if there's some deal that can't go or that goes down where they can't be in there. If just nobody thinks about it. If someone's vetoing it every time, they need to fucking stop.
Steve said PUBG Mobile laughing face emojis. Okay, I'm with John. Rocket League over PUBG Mobile.
Exactly. It's like I know he likes to fuck with me on these shows.
He does.
But it's like it seems like at that. No offense to PUBG Mobile or anybody that plays it professionally, it's disrespectful in my opinion.
So what about the event? What was your opinion on this? We have, of course, 2023 League of Legends Worlds.
This was a personal one for me.
We have the Blast.tv Paris Major. We have Evo, the Dota Championships, and Valorant Championships.
This one was just personal preference for me. I'm really enjoying watching Worlds for League this year.
Yeah.
But for me, 2023 Evo, I watched more Evo this year than I have in the last few years.
We'll vote for Evo then.
I had so much fun watching Evo this year. It was the final year for was it Mortal Kombat 11?
Yeah.
It was the debut year for Street Fighter 6, Tekken 7. Guilty Gear Strive I watched more of than I expected to. That game is fantastic to watch. But yeah, I watched more Evo this year. I enjoyed that tournament more than I have in previous years.
Right. All right, so let's look at. I want to shout this out. Do you know anyone on here for Content Creator of the Year?
Yeah,
Okay.
Iron Mouse.
Oh. Okay. I don't know any of these.
Yeah, Iron Mouse is a massive VTuber.
Okay, we'll vote for Iron Mouse then.
It's like the others I don't really know. Iron Mouse is the only one that I've watched anything of.
Like every year, like I see all these content creators of the year, and I'm just like, I'm convinced they're just making these people up.
No, I've heard some of their names before, but the only one that I've watched any of their content was Iron Mouse. So
Okay.
that got my vote.
All right, most anticipated game coming out. Let's touch on this one. Let's see: Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8.
There is, in my opinion, there's a correct answer, and then everyone's personal preference.
That's true. The correct answer for the Game Awards is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
No.
What's the was it Tekken 8?
No, the personal preference for me is Tekken 8. The correct answer for what should be the most anticipated game is Hades 2.
I would give it Final Fantasy over Hades 2.
For
like a community based thing.
I don't know, dude. It's like I think you're underestimating the Hades fandom.
I probably am.
It's like the Final Fantasy fandom is like massive, but I mean, they're gonna go fucking wild over.
Just text me. He says fuck Rocket League.
What? Hey, fuck you,
Zach
Zach.
just walked in. Didn't know he was gonna be here.
I didn't know I was gonna be here either.
All right. Well,
Hey,
I'm gonna see if I can
Zach,
add you on screen here.
You can make whatever jokes you want. You can't deny that it should have been on that fucking list somewhere. It should have been in one of those categories.
I mean, to be fair, it should be on one thing, but yeah.
I would take team over event because the impact that Vitality had on the world. It was one player who made it as well. You could have made an argument for esports player of the year to have been Zen. Because he was the most anticipated. Like he became eligible to play because he finally I think it's like 16
hit age, right?
Yeah, he finally hit age to be able to be legal to play. Join the team, and they fucking dominated the world. Like that, like it.
Bet.
It was probably the biggest impact that a player has had in Rocket League for sure, and one of the biggest impacts a player has had on an esports team in general. It propelled them from like an upper mid-level team to the best team in the world, like by a long shot.
Yeah, but people like overcomplicated things apparently.
I know. It's like I was when I was voting earlier, I was yelling at my computer. It's been the first time I've gotten like excited about this today.
Right. So I'll vote Hades 2 for you.
In my opinion, it should.
So wait, what are we looking? I haven't even looked at this.
It was most anticipated game coming out.
Yeah, so it was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8.
Well, shit, you know mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told him, I was like, there should be a correct answer and then a personal preference.
Yeah.
I think the correct answer should be Hades 2.
The correct answer should be Tekken 8. It's been almost a goddamn decade.
Right.
No, like I said, that's my personal
Yeah,
preference.
and that would be yours. No, and honestly, I'm sitting here racking my brain, guys. I really can't think of any other like massive titles that we know that's coming out next year that
Power
would
World.
be snubbed from this.
Yeah, Power World.
Shut up.
You know,
Power
I guess,
World, man.
I'm excited for
I've
it.
seen
but
so many ads for it.
me
And
too. Me too. It's everywhere.
I'm seeing it everywhere, and every time it's a different person's name that's commenting on the video, showing Power World, but it's the same thing every time.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's that, man. It's like I'm still not convinced this game's real. It's like it still just looks like a meme.
All right. Next up, we have the best adaptation, which is where I have a beef, and that's the fact that there's no FNAF. So, to my understanding,
It got shoved by Deadline, didn't it?
that's what I understood. But here's my counterpoint: Alan Wake 2 made it into this thing, and it came out after FNAF did.
Wait, what Alan Wake 2 thing came out?
Alan
No,
Wake 2 is
Alan Wake
nominated
2
for game of the year.
Yeah, Alan Wake 2 is in a couple categories.
Yeah, and it came out after FNAF.
Well, no, I meant like an adaptation. What
No,
adaptation?
he's saying
No,
in general as far as
Oh,
in general.
okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
Because
Okay.
like there's another one that I'll point out here in a little bit where it's
Yeah.
just like, okay, where's like the line here of like what we're deciding
You
for
sure?
what works and what
it could be that FNAF didn't make the cut deadline because it hadn't released in theaters yet, but Alan Wake 2 was probably available to people for review copies who would be able to
that's fair.
comment on it.
That's fair. That's fair. But no, we have Castlevania, Nocturne, Gran Turismo, Last of Us, Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Twisted Metal. Out of this one, it's Last of Us.
I would say it's between Last of Us and Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah,
Last of
100%.
Us.
Yeah.
I voted Last of Us just out of respect for what they did.
Also, they released on the same day Alan Wake 2 and FNAF movie.
I don't know.
You got beat up by Twisted Metal.
I did.
Wait, what?
I got
No, I was saying he got beat out.
Yep.
FNAF got beat out by Twisted Metal.
bullshit.
Hey, Twisted Metal needed a win, man. We haven't had a game in years.
All right, so 2012 actually.
Yeah.
I looked up that recently.
Okay, this category is fucking great.
Yeah, it is. Best multiplayer:
I love-
Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
The fuck is this list?
Yeah. Multiplayer games didn't come out this year, Zach. This is one where it depends on how you played these games.
Facts.
Because
Baldur's Gate 3 is hey, it's Baldur's Gate 3, I'm going to choose it.
Yeah.
The actual winner here should be Mario Wonder, right?
That's tough, actually.
I don't know. My opinion on actual winner would be Street Fighter, but I voted Baldur's Gate because I play a multiplayer.
Yeah.
And my experience with the game is
Baldur's
primary.
Gate 3 is in there, so I immediately go, it's going to win because it's Baldur's Gate
Yeah,
3.
exactly.
But
See,
That's what I'm voting for.
See, that's what I'm not 100% sure on because I think a large majority of people played it solo.
but it's Baldur's Gate 3. Bro.
Yeah, I know. People are going to vote for it.
They
out of
don't care if
respect.
they actually played a multiplayer. They
Yeah.
see Baldur's Gate 3 and they went click.
I voted for it. The only reason I got my vote, I wasn't going to vote for it, but I was like, you know what? Multiplayer is how I play this game, and it is incredibly fun.
I mean, to be fair,
It took over the world.
I think out of those two, it would be Mario Wonder or Street Fighter 6, like you said, because
Yeah.
I did hear a lot of people very much like Street Fighter 6 online lobbies and everything, how it functioned and whatnot.
It's been Street Fighter 6 has been nothing but fucking praised.
Oh yeah, no,
True.
Street Fighter 6 has been solid
It's been like one of the best fighting game releases
in
ever.
years.
So next we have best sports and racing. EA Sports, FC 24, F1 23, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, and the Crew Motorfest.
No, Forza?
Forza Motorsport.
Okay, Forza.
I mean, I voted F123 out of just I've seen a lot of videos and stuff on it, and I mean people like it, but I mean again, it's one of those games that comes out every year
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
just gradually make improvements on.
I'll go with Forza as well.
But Forza is probably it's like I would say Forza or Hot Wheels, because
Really?
the Hot Wheels game,
People love the Hot
people
Wheels
fucking
games.
love it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, people love the Hot Wheels
That's
games.
surprising because Unleashed, the first one did shit.
Yeah, no, it's like I saw it having a lot of praise. I was like, man, I almost want to vote for this. Just
Hey, it's
Out
on
of-
sale.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, next up, best sim strategy.
This is another one of those where I'm like,
Advance Wars 1-2 Reboot Camp, City Skylines 2, Company Heroes 3, Fire Emblem Engage, and Pikmin 4. Hey, look, Fire Emblem Engage was acknowledged for something.
Pikmin 4.
I voted Pikmin 4.
Let's go Pikmin 4, baby. Come on. It's the best-selling Pikmin game in history. Let's get it.
Well, it's some of those where I like, if you look at some of these, because City Skylines 2 is on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the most well-received game on launch.
Oh, yeah, no, Skylines got trashed pretty hard initially.
And
on
then,
launch.
like, Company of Heroes 3, I'm surprised I didn't hear more about that.
It's one of those ones that it went under the radar. I mean, it didn't do bad, but I mean, the people who were playing it, I mean, it wasn't overly vocal.
See, that's the thing. It's like, that's one where I heard a lot about Company Heroes 2 for a long time, but like 3 came out and I'm like, just nobody said anything.
I mean,
I guess it was the case with some games. They get overshadowed because the people that enjoy it, they're just quietly playing it.
Yeah. I mean, from my knowledge, I think it did like a sort of mid release, because I think initially, like the first week, there was something off about it on Steam, because I know I saw its reviews were mixed initially.
Yeah, that's one of those where
you never really know unless you do a deep dive.
You have to deep dive into it, because sometimes it's people having hardware problems that are not necessarily the game's issue that just tank it. But there may have been like legitimate problems there.
Next up, we have the best family game, which is Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, and Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Pikmin 4
with the Nintendo category. Is Nintendo gonna win it this year?
Probably not.
Nope.
I'm gonna give it to Wonder.
You're just saying that to try to give Nintendo a win in their own category.
I say Pikmin 4 because it's Pikmin, but hey.
All right, best fighting game: God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery, and Street Fighter 6.
I forgot that God of Rock came out. That's a thing.
Yeah. I would say Street Fighter 6 in this because it is
easily.
Yeah, it's like Mortal Kombat 1 came out and people enjoy it, but it
floated under the radar.
Yeah, it didn't have near the reception.
I mean, it's a solid game, but it floated.
Yeah.
Like Street Fighter 6.
My surprise was the Nickelodeon Brawlers. Apparently, people really love that.
People love the first one.
Well, I forgot it came out.
I did too. It was kind of a sneaky release.
Yeah, it was a shadow draw.
It's one of those where it's like, I mean, people love when they release those games.
Yeah. Best RPG, so the Baldur's Gate winner. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield.
The sad thing is that's a really good list.
This is a very good list.
Fucking
Baldur's Gate's
awesome
gonna win.
list. Man, Liza P's getting fucked over in these categories.
Oh, easily.
It's only got a couple nominations, and it's gotten fucked.
Liza P is actually really fantastic story-wise, gameplay overall. Even if you don't like Souls game, it's one of the easier Souls-like games in my opinion.
The only thing I don't like about it is the heavy emphasis on parrying.
Well, all the Souls-like games have some sort of system, whether it be block, dodge.
Yeah, but it's like blocking. It's like the blocking systems or dodging systems I'm more comfortable with. For some reason, parrying, I fucking hate it.
You can do dodge runs in Liza P. It's harder.
I know. I haven't sat down to figure it out again.
Okay. I mean, parrying is the most practical way to do it.
Let me put it this way. I haven't uninstalled it yet.
Did you at least get past the parade ringmaster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't take that long either.
Hey, cool. You still haven't touched Liza P, have you?
Just the demo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because ringmaster's the skill check boss.
Yeah, it was just the demos all I played.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I beat him within 10 attempts, I think.
That's not bad.
And then I got pissed off because I got pissed off like an hour later.
Next up, we have Best Action Adventure, Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Jedi Survivor, and Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay, this is
sort of a mid list, I feel like.
I'm fucking tired of seeing remakes in these categories. It's not a new fucking game.
Right.
The Resident Evil 4 remake was solid.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a new fucking game.
It's not.
I think Tears of the Kingdom's going to win it, but I'm voting for Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, okay. This is the one category where Spider-Man has a chance because Tears of the Kingdom should win the category.
Yeah.
But recency bias could take into effect.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. Best Action Game, Armored Core 6, Dead Island 2, John's favorite game, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2.
I want to say Remnant 2. It's not going
Remnant
to
2
win.
is doing really well.
I almost voted for Remnant 2. I haven't
Yes.
played it, but everything I've seen on it and the reception has been fantastic.
Oh, Remnant 2 was so good. It was just an upgrade of Remnant.
I voted Armored Core 6 because I wanted to give it a nod.
That's fair.
I kind of want to vote for Hi-Fi Rush, even though I haven't
Armor,
played it.
I mean, this list is actually very solid.
Yeah, this
Because Armor Core was good. Remnant 2 is very good, but I didn't realize it has a strong fan base as it does. Because the first Remnant went under the radar. Hi-Fi Rush, I mean, it's in there. It was a solid shadow drop.
This would be a great category if Dead Island 2 wasn't in there. I mean, I guess people had fun with that game. God, it was fucking.
I mean, it was solid. It was decent.
All right, what
it
should I
wasn't.
vote
It
for?
wasn't trash after being hyped up for 12 years.
No, it's just boring.
What should I vote for, boys?
I personally say Remnant.
I would say give Remnant the
We'll
nod.
go Remnant. We'll go Remnant.
I already gave Armored Core 6 the nod in mine.
Best VR AR. So we have Gran Turismo, Horizon, Humanity, Tall Lady, and Synapse.
What? What was that fourth one?
Tall Lady.
Seriously?
Resident Evil Village.
I gave it to Tall Lady.
It'd probably be Tall Lady.
Internet's gonna simp, so tall lady.
Yeah, it'd probably be Tall Lady. I'm gonna be honest.
This is one of those categories where I looked at it. No, wait. Everybody just wants to see Tall Lady in VR.
All right, best mobile game. This might be Zach's category. Yes. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I'm voting for that one. Honkai Star Rail, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra NIL.
Star Rail.
Okay, so here's what I'll say about this category. So,
Her name is Mommy.
I didn't. Monster Hunter Now I didn't vote for because I've seen some recent backlash on the game.
Yeah.
What's the far right option?
Terra NIL.
I didn't know what that was.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure what that is either.
The Final Fantasy one, I didn't vote for it because I've heard fucking nothing about it.
I mean, it's solid.
It's one of those where I haven't heard anything good. I haven't heard anything bad. It's
there.
It's there.
It's solid.
I guess the people are again. They're probably the people like Company of Heroes. They're just playing the game.
Yeah, they are.
So the winner is Star Rail. I acknowledge that, but I'm voting for Hello Kitty.
And Star Rail, I haven't Star Rail when Genshin Impact came out. Everybody,
it was everywhere.
It was everywhere. Everybody's
Yeah.
talking about everything. Star Rail came out, not the same.
Yeah,
Not to the same degree.
it's not on the same degree
But it's like, and you kind of have the comparison in your head when you think of it.
because it's by the same company.
But apparently, the Hello Kitty people fucking love the game.
Because it's Hello Kitty.
Well, that and because obviously my girlfriend is a big Sanrio fan. Like everyone that is a Sanrio fan is just a massive they're in love with the fact that they took a meme from South Park and made it into a game because that's what this is.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah, no. The name Hello Kitty Island Adventure as a game was a reference on South Park probably 10 plus years ago or some shit. Where they just randomly said that as a game, and they actually made it into a game now.
Well, that's depressing.
So just because of the amount, kind of like on a brief surface level amount of research from what I saw from Hello Kitty, I voted for Hello Kitty.
Steve, when talking about Tall Lady, he says, she can tie me up and have her way with me. It makes me shiver. Just her picture makes me break out in a sweat.
Holy shit, Alex.
Jesus Christ, Steve.
I was going to look up the Hello Kitty thing. You know what I just saw that's out? Tactica.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Tactica is out? Oh, my God. Wait, in TapTap or Play Store?
Both.
Wait, it's in the Play Store?
Install? Sorry, un momento.
What are y'all talking about?
We gotta
Oh,
go
my
back.
God, it is.
We got to go back to AniMan. There was a anime that came out that had no backstory went on. It was just the anime, and then they released. They were going to have a mobile game right after the series
Shout
ended.
out to Talk Up.
And it's been 2-3 years.
Oh, yeah, that's been that came out in 20. Was that a 2020 anime?
I think
Or
it was 21.
21. Yes, yeah, 2 years. Yeah, the anime is called Talk Up Destiny. For anyone curious, it's 12 episodes. It is excellent. Music's great. Animation's great. Characters are really fun story, and then it leads into a mobile game that me and Zach's been waiting on.
It's a gotcha game, by the way.
All right, I have it downloaded.
You have my attention, sir.
That means I'm playing 3 gotcha games now. Damn it!
Zach, I was not in at all. You said gotcha, and my eyes lit up.
All right. So best debut indie game, we have Cocoon, Dredge, I'm assuming that's how to pronounce it, Pizza Tower, Vinaba, and Viewfinder.
Pizza Tower.
Pizza Tower.
Really? I don't know any of these, honestly. Steve said Cocoon by far. I don't know any of these.
I know of Cocoon, but I didn't blow up as much for me personally on my feeds as Pizza Tower did.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go. We'll go. No, I hit the wrong one. Hold on. Pizza Tower. Sorry, I got distracted. I was reading Steve's question.
I'm sorry, Talk Ops out. Best news this whole show.
Yeah. All right. Next category, best independent game. We have Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, and Viewfinder. So here's one of the big controversies that has come out of the nominees is Dave the Diver. Because while I did not know this until the controversy started, it's not an indie game. It may look like an indie game, but it's made by Mint Rocket, who is owned by Nexon, which is a multi-billion-dollar company. And even Nexon came out and said it's like it may look like an indie game, but it is not an indie game.
Also, we don't like Nexon.
Yes, correct. So that just put a big damper on this category because you put a game in there that's not technically an indie game. I would give it to Sea of Stars personally. That's gonna be my vote. Everyone seems to love this game. I really want to play it, so that's gonna be my vote for this one. Best community support: Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 15, and No Man's Sky. Actually, pretty good category.
We're 5 months behind, Alex.
It's been out for 5 months.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. All right.
I'm gonna be distracted for the rest of this episode. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, you put that down. All right, you calm down. Okay, you got the rest of the evening. Let's get to the nominees.
I don't know why Destiny 2 is on this list.
Why is Destiny 2 on this
It
list?
should not
Just to
be.
put it on there.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be on here.
I mean, did anything come out for Destiny 2 this year?
Yeah, a
that
fucking horrible
terrible
an
DLC.
expansion. Yeah, it was a DLC expansion, and
That everyone hated.
everybody hates the expansion, and like the way their expansions and all of their additional content has gone. It's all like it's like mobile game level of predatory transactions.
Oh no, my heart wants to give it to Cyberpunk with how great Cyberpunk has been this year with the 2.0 and the Phantom Liberty and just all the improvements. But in my opinion, it's probably just Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't heard anything positive or negative about Final Fantasy 15 or No Man's Sky this year. So that's just what I'm kind of going based off of.
Does this account for Final Fantasy 15 breaking its sale counter from last year? Would that technically be counted in this?
Well,
I don't know.
What does it say under best community support? You got a fucking paragraph there that tells you what.
Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness include a social media activity and game updates and patches.
Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, that's why Destiny 2 shouldn't be on there.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna vote for Cyberpunk just for my own
it's
personal.
like I think I voted for Cyberpunk as well, but Final Fantasy is one that realistically should always win that category.
Yeah.
Best ongoing game: Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 15, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. Can Cyberpunk be in this category?
I mean, technically, yeah.
I mean, I guess they still made new content for it this year. 14, thank you. I mean, they made new content for it this year, so yeah, I guess. But
Well, I guess they're counting in all of the updates and patches and everything that they've done in the last year, calling it an ongoing game.
I know
because it
game-
was like the new 2.0.
I low key want to pick Fortnite here because of like how much Fortnite has popped off again recently
with
because-
OG.
With OG, 'cause, I mean, didn't they cross like 8 million players or some shit in a day? Like that's fucking insane. That's unbelievable.
I'm gonna be honest. I still feel like Final Fantasy 14 owns this category.
Yeah.
But I feel like Fortnite could slip in there just because it's Fortnite.
I'm gonna pick Fortnite just because of how much it blew up recently. But it could go a lot of different ways. Games for Impact for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. A Space for the Unbound, Chance of Sonar, Goodbye Volcano High, Taichi, I don't know. Terra Nihil, and Vimba. I don't know any of these games.
Volcano High was interesting.
This was one that I didn't know shit about.
All right, we'll do Goodbye Volcano High because actually that was interesting.
That's the only one I know.
All right, innovation in accessibility. We have Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush, Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6.
I gave this to Street Fighter 6 out of respect for all of the accessibility they thought of and put into a fighting game in particular. Because when you think of accessibility in games, fighting games are not one that you think they would take the time to go in and actually work on.
True. Any opinion from you?
Not really.
Okay, we'll go Street Fighter 6. Best performance. Here we go. We have Ben Starr with Final Fantasy 16, Cameron McGonaghan with Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Idris Elba with Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, Melanie Lebard from Alan Wake 2, Neil Newborn from Baldur's Gate, and Yori, I never know how to pronounce his last name, Lowenthal
Yes.
from Marvel Spider-Man 2
Neil.
as Asterion.
You're probably, it's like, I don't know if you're memeing. You look like you're memeing. I honestly, Ben.
Ben with
for Final Fantasy 16, in my opinion, is the faraway choice.
Oh, he did a phenomenal
for
performance.
Yeah, Clive from FF16, fucking phenomenal.
Still haven't played 16, but I've seen several compilation clips and whatnot. He did fantastic.
It's one of the best performances as like a VO for a game that I've seen in years.
But Neil, because Asterion has taken over a large portion of social media.
Asterion is great.
That's what Steve is saying right now.
I've seen a bunch of clips and stuff for it. I mean, if you will vote
Have you
for
seen his OnlyFans page?
If you would,
This is a thing. You can look it up.
if you want to vote for the memes, that's fine. I put the legitimate vote in on mine.
I want Yuri to win, but even though I haven't finished 16, I acknowledge it'd probably be Ben Starr.
It's like, yeah, I have God, I hate the fact that Yuri might win, or not Yuri. Neil might win. Sorry, I hate the fact that he might win. He did a good job. Man, people be something.
He very much encompasses that character, and unfortunately, whether it's good or bad for his career, Neil will forever be tied to Asterion now.
Yeah, facts. Next up, we have Best Audio Design, Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4. It would be Hi-Fi Rush, wouldn't it? I mean, the whole thing's based around audio.
In my opinion,
and it's like phenomenal.
It's an entire rhythm game, yes.
I was going to say, in my opinion, this should only be Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah.
The other stuff is put in there.
I mean, Alan Wake 2, their overall ambiance and stuff with the music and everything is very well done.
Yeah, in my opinion,
I'm
Alan
going
Wake
Hi-Fi.
2 was like the only competitor in that category.
Yeah, I'm going Hi-Fi. I feel like that's the winner for that one. Best Score and Music, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, and Legend of Zelda Tears of the
I'm going to
Kingdom.
be honest, this is a very stacked list.
Yeah, it is.
I would personally say FF16. That soundtrack is fucking awesome.
I'm going to be all these OSTs are very good. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really a toss up.
I kind of want to go Final Fantasy 16.
It's like FF16, fantastic. Baldur's Gate 3 is good, but I don't know. It's a lot more ambiance. In my opinion, FF16 makes you feel it every time something kicks in.
That's fair. Best Art Direction, Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom.
It's the one place I gave some respect to Liza P here.
I mean, Liza P has a very good art design.
It does have a very good art design, yeah.
I did kind of struggle because I almost gave it to Hi-Fi.
That was my first instinct when I saw the category just now. I was like, I kind of want to give it to Hi-Fi personally.
I wanted to give it to Hi-Fi, but also I want Liza P to win something.
So do I.
You're all wrong, Steve says. What's the correct answer, Steve? I'm over it.
What's he over?
I don't know. I know for the best audio, he said Dead Space. He said best audio by far. And then for the soundtrack, he said Baldur's Gate 3. So I'm assuming he means that.
Is Dead Space a new game or is it a remake?
It's a remake.
Son of a bitch.
It's entirely a remake. It has a secret shanty you can unlock too.
Fucking over these remakes. It's fine to have them. They shouldn't be in contention for like the best thing to come out for the year, in
Right.
my opinion.
Well, we'll get there soon with the game of the year, bud. Best art direction. I'll be with you, John. I'll give a nod to Liza P. Let it have something. All right. Best narrative. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Phantom Liberty, Final Fantasy 16, and Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Wait, Phantom Liberty? What?
Yep. Cyberpunk's on here.
Oh, I thought of a different Phantom Liberty.
Oh, okay.
I think I put Alan Wake 2 just because he got a lot of respect on it. I don't know anything about it, but everybody seemed to really enjoy it, so I assumed it had to have a good narrative.
I love Spider-Man 2, but as I've said from day one, the only part of the game that I ever debated on being like, maybe not as great as the previous game was the story. And the way that you kind of described it is the best way to put it, where it's like you have like 3 or 4 different things all happening, and it takes like chapter 26 for them to all kind of come together, and it just kind of feels all over the place. It's still very good, but
That was
I don't know if I can vote for Spider-Man here.
Because it was like last time we talked about it, I was entering into the second act of the game, and nothing had been resolved from any arc. Any character arc, any story, nothing had been resolved.
Oof.
I don't know what to go with here for a best narrative.
PG.
Maybe Final Fantasy. PG. That's the common answer.
I didn't give it to Baldur's Gate here because I was like, I don't.
Steve, relax. I will ban you.
Yeah, it's like I don't.
Gotcha.
It's like Baldur's Gate. That one. I don't know how good of like an overall story it is because I don't know. I've kind of lost the thread of it in a sense playing it co-op because it's like we just go off and do our own thing for a long time.
Let's just go with Final Fantasy. I think that's a good pick. What do you think?
What happens if I put Steve in timeout?
Then he won't be able to respond for a while. For however long it is. I don't know what the timeout is. Steve says he's just being petty and bitter because he's mad about the Dead Space thing. Because the way he described Dead Space is they overhauled the entire audio system, and it's insane the things that you hear. I mean, fair.
No.
All right.
No. All John said. No. Sorry, bud. That's the answer. Best game direction. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Mario Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. It's awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I might give this one to Tears of the Kingdom.
I gave it to Tears of the Kingdom.
I would give it this one to Tears of the Kingdom. Because Tears of the Kingdom, oh, Lord.
With their whole silly putty system.
How'd they fit all that on the fucking cartridge of the Switch game? I don't know.
I will say, it's like Baldur's Gate embraces solve stuff however the fuck you want to.
Yeah, they take the TTRPG mindset.
It's like it has that mindset, but the same mindset was put into Tears of the Kingdom, and they let you be way more creative with it.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are. We're here, boys. Game of the year. All right, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4 remake, and Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and then Tears of the Kingdom. So, let me ask you guys, is this the right list or did something get snubbed?
I don't think... Okay, I don't think Resident Evil should be on there.
You've been very adamant about that one.
No, just in general, I don't think it should be on there for this year. There are other games that came out they may not have been the absolute best game of the year, but the reception they had, it's like they came out, they got a lot more buzz. The reception was much higher than that of Resident Evil, that while probably shouldn't win game of the year, should at least get some sort of like acknowledgement for.
Yeah, I sort of agree with Steve. He just said Armor Core 6 over RE4. That's totally agreeable.
Which, it's like, because I didn't necessarily have a game in mind I was talking about. I'm just like, other stuff came out this year that was better received, better games, and
new games.
Yeah, like new games, not remakes. Every year I've got problems with fucking remakes being in game of the year.
Right.
It's like,
So-
yeah, some years we have much weaker, like it's a weaker year.
Yeah.
This year's a fucking stacked year.
True. So let me ask you, like, I'm just gonna spitball some titles that are notable titles, and just yes or no, they should be in the conversation. Then I'll give like some like lower end titles, like that aren't like the Spider-Man 2s that, in my opinion, should have also been considered. So like just going back at the beginning of the year, Hogwarts Legacy, should it even ever been considered? I say no.
Not for game of the year. It should have been. It
No.
should have been nominated for something.
I think art direction or narrative could have been.
Okay.
I don't know about narrative. I would probably say art direction.
All right. So now going to the summer, with how well it's been received and just how many nominations it got, did Street Fighter 6 get snubbed here? I know it's a fighting game, but it's been so ungodly well received.
Let me put it this way: if a fighting game was ever going to be nominated for Game of the Year, I think Street Fighter 6 is the best chance that we've ever had.
Mhm. Besides, like maybe Smash Ultimate. Did Smash Ultimate get nominated for Game of the Year?
No.
Oh, shocking.
And the thing is, next year we might get a Tekken 8 nomination, but next year might be a weaker year. But it also depends on how Tekken 8 comes out. If
Yeah.
it comes out how it looks like it's coming out, it could make the list.
Right.
But Street Fighter 6 is, I mean, with how solid it was, with everything they've done with the game, I would say it's probably the closest we're going to get to just a standard fighting game that could have been nominated for Game of the Year.
Okay. What about Starfield?
No.
I agree. I know that's a big conversation. For
John's
people.
take is still winning in this one.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like it's not even any disrespect on the game. It's a game that came out. It's a fun game for people. But it is not a Game of the Year game.
What about Final Fantasy? I really thought Final Fantasy was going to be in there. I'm going to be honest with you, boys.
Not necessarily
Yeah,
surprised.
same.
Based off of the beginning of the year before anything came out, I would have said it would probably get a nod. But looking at the list, the only thing I would for sure take off is Resident Evil. And that's not even just because it's a remake. I don't think it deserves to be up there with the other games. Wonder I haven't played, but the reception it's got, I mean,
Oh, it blew up instantly.
yeah, I mean, it blew up. It's had nothing but people raving about it.
Literally
mean-
being called the best
Yeah.
2D Mario game ever.
Yeah, it's like it deserves to be up there.
Mhm.
Tears of the Kingdom, we've known all year it was going to be up there. Baldur's Gate 3, we knew it was going to be up there. Alan Wake 2 is a surprise.
That
but
one was the dark horse, honestly.
it-
It came out and it just blew up with how well
it's
it is.
the one that like all year we were kind of memeing on it, and then it came out and it's like, holy fuck, they did.
It was
a
one of those
great
things.
job.
It's like you knew it was going to be a good game. You didn't know it was going to be a Game of the Year good game.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, yes, we were memeing on it, but Alan Wake was still a solid game when it originally came out. And
Yeah.
just, it was always that worry of just how much time that Alan Wake 2 would not be as good as we were hoping. And they nailed it, though.
Right.
But it's like, yeah, like I said, when we were talking at the beginning of the year, I would have said for sure, yes, Final Fantasy 16 is going to be on there. Now looking at it, I would say, I mean, if Spider-Man didn't come out for the deadline, Final Fantasy might be up there.
Fair. Now, what about some titles like, because I mean, when this game dropped, I mean, people were incredibly praising and still one of the highest games of the year rated this year. So, like, just I'm going to speedball 3 games, and one of them I'm going to shout out. I'm wondering if you guys' thoughts on the fact if they got completely shafted because they didn't get a single nominee. So, stuff like Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Stars, or Octopath Traveler 2. Because Octopath Traveler 2 didn't get a single nomination.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not surprised.
Really? It's still one of the higher rated games this year.
It's still one of the highest rated games, but it's a very niche RPG. I'm going to be honest.
It is, and the other thing is, like,
I think Sea of Stars is the biggest one that I'm shocked to not like even have a conversation.
no, I mean, it got a lot of praise, but it still is niche.
Yeah.
and we don't typically we don't see a lot of niche stuff show up for Game of the Year.
See, I just want to, like, in my brain, give that stuff a chance because we saw shit where Stray got nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah, but that was also a much weaker year.
It was also Stray was also sort of its own unique thing as well in terms of just art design. The
Yeah.
fact that you're playing as a delivery cat.
But
The other thing, here's the way I would look at it, because I know you're talking about like Sea of Stars. It could have gotten a nod or something about
Right.
it. I think you cannot nominate it for Game of the Year unless it would win its own category, unless it has a chance at winning its own category. But granted, we have several, there were several RPGs in there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's up there against Baldur's Gate.
right.
So you got to look at it and go, okay, since it's clearly not beating Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate's going to be in Game of the Year, would it even come in second place in that category?
Right.
And I don't think so.
Okay.
It's a good game, but it's of even the RPGs that came out this year, unfortunately, it's like maybe number 3 or 4 on that list.
Yeah, and sort of in the same field with Octopath Traveler 2. Very fun game.
I'm just shocked
in terms
it
of
didn't get a
RPGs
single
and whatnot,
nominee.
but it is very much a sort of not nostalgic style older
Right.
style RPGs, which is very hard to compete with the more modernized things in combat and whatnot.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just shocked it didn't get nominated for a single thing. You know what I mean? Like that. I
Yeah.
think that's one of like the most shocking snubs to me.
But when you look at it, where would it have been brought in? Because in my opinion, the only place or the easiest place to say it might have been brought in is art direction.
That or narrative. But
And
then
the-
narrative would be stretching it for just and compared to what's in narrative.
I mean, in terms of best RPG, the only one that I honestly might get dropped in favor for it would actually be Starfield. But I understand
that-
why
yeah.
Starfield's in there.
Yeah,
I understand it. I get it. Let's
it's
see,
like
where was art
it's like
direction?
Starfield's got to be in there for something.
Yeah, they gotta give it something, you know. Best art direction. I don't have any sort of opinion on Alan Wake 2, so I don't know if I can comment on that one, but
But yeah, it's like the couple categories where
here's one I
Octopath
was curious about.
could have slotted in. Unfortunately, are also kind of stacked categories with already what's in there.
I'm looking at the Sim strategy category again.
The
Like,
fact that fucking Fire Emblem
so
is in there.
I get why all these games are in here for one reason or another, but one game that I understand's not on here because it's like out of sight, out of mind, that I'm kind of bummed didn't get a nod at least here would be Midnight Suns. I understand it's way out of sight, out of mind. It was December of last year, which would make it eligible for this Game Awards, but not last year. So kind of bummed that it didn't get a nod, at least in this category. Because, I mean, Midnight Suns is fun. That's a fun game, dude. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah, I voted for Baldur's Gate for Game of the Year, though. I mean, it's going to be the winner. I'll be shocked if Tears of the Kingdom gets the dub. I really will.
Yeah, this is another one of those, like, what was it? Red Dead Redemption 2, like God of War years.
Yeah.
Where it's like you've got two clear front runners.
Or like last year with Elden Ring and God of War.
Yeah, it's like every now and then we get these years where you have the two games that are competing and then everything else, but everything else would win it in its own respective year.
Right.
It's just there's two things that stand above, and unfortunately one of those two aren't gonna get the prize.
Yeah. Stacked year, though, man. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. I mean, dude, just an absolutely stacked year for games. So, yeah, we went through all the nominees. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we will be live for the Game Awards. And we hopefully will be having a very special show for it. So, shout out to that.
So can no longer do what I said I'd do in our earlier conversation.
We'll talk about it after the show because I
Alright.
haven't had a chance to talk to you yet
Okay.
about the plan because I knew you were busy at work, and I was going to try to hit you up tomorrow because I
Okay.
just assumed you were going to be busy all day. So
Just to throw it out there, he's told me what we were going to do, and I went, so no pants?
yeah, basically it's just like so I can sit there and not wear pants. I'm like, that is correct. You can sit there and not wear pants, my guy.
And now pants are back on the agenda.
No, pants will probably be off the agenda. I think you're good. I think we're gonna go with that original plan.
Hey,
Cut
Let-
that.
hey,
Someone cut
hey,
that one.
hey.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
I got you. I got
hey.
you. Clip safe.
hey, hey, what are we talking about next, Alex? let's fucking hard cut out of this.
Clipped it for you, buddy. I got you.
Oh shit.
All right, so I guess the next thing is I will quickly touch on Persona 5 Tactica and Super Mario RPG. Unfortunately, I really didn't have time to play them because I've just been busy all day today and yesterday. I've got about an hour onto both. So starting with Mario RPG, going into this game, starting it up,
Do you remember any of this game? How to actually play it?
yes.
Okay.
Going into it, this is one of those very few games for me where, like, literally as the game is starting, I am just smiling ear to ear. Like, I'm just so excited. Like, that really doesn't happen to me very often. Spider-Man 2 did for sure. Tears of the Kingdom did. Oh, God. Before that, I don't know.
He says it doesn't happen very often, but it's like every game he played this year.
Well, I mean, that's not actually. That's every game I beat this year. That's every game I beat, not every game I played. There is a big difference there, John. I played a lot of games this year and didn't beat almost any of them. But it's just one of those games, dude. As soon as I got started, I'm just like, I'm grinning. I'm so fucking excited.
Did I beat a game this year?
Did you?
I don't think so.
I did because I ranted about it for a whole episode.
Which one was that?
Wanted Dead.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you did beat a game this year. Yeah, there's always next year. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Which I got tired. Year's not over.
Yeah, there's plenty of time to change. Yeah, you got to change that, man. You got to beat one game before the year's over. So pick one and figure it out. I don't know. But no, I mean, Super Mario RPG, dude, it just feels great. It looks great. Gameplay feels incredible. I mean, it feels like everything. They really encapsulized the energy and the feel that was Super Mario RPG Legend of Seven Stars and brought it up to times.
Let me ask you a question.
Let me give
Because
you an answer.
this is a big thing for like remakes and stuff, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Does it feel how you would remember it to be?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
the big, in my opinion, when it comes to remakes, because the way you remember playing it, if you go to play it, it doesn't feel that way. It's weird.
No, it definitely does. Like I was saying, like the energy and the vibe of the original game, they did such a perfect job just taking it and capitalizing it into this remake. Like it really does feel like the original game that I fell in love with as a little kid, but just looks really pretty now, and it runs really really smooth. Like everything about it, just like the little, just like little animations and stuff like that, like little, just little nods and little, general aspects of the game. All of it's still there. All of it still feels great, even though if it looks weird and it looks wonky, like at the beginning of the game when Mario and Bowser's fighting the chandeliers and Mario very ungracefully starts to fall off the chandelier and he's like bounces and kind of hanging onto the side and slowly slipping down, like all the same sort of vibe and feel of the game of how it looks the exact same, except it just has nice graphics. So I think they nailed it on the remake, and I can't wait to keep playing because I love Mario RPG. For Persona 5 Tactica, like I said, I've only got an hour in, and it is a Persona game, even if it is a spinoff. So that doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Especially Zach knows that. That doesn't mean a goddamn thing to really talk about the game. Just general vibe of the game right out of the gate is basically all the Phantom Thieves get under a mind control and taken, and now you're on your own with this new character arena. That's where we're at on it.
All I just know on PC, it's F to use arts.
Yeah, correct. Because that's like what she uses instead of like personas. Whatever this world, it's like it's not the metaverse. It's like a completely different world. Because like whenever you guys escape the battle, she takes you to.
Wait, what's the world called?
I don't know if she said a world. I don't know if she actually said what she just said like I've always been here. I've always lived here.
Okay.
Like she doesn't know about the metaverse. Like when they
okay.
started talking. Morgana and Joker was talking to her about it. Like she has no idea what they're talking about because
I just thought it was just going to be one of those weird spinoffs that connects another weird spinoff.
It could
the Shadow Labyrinth,
and you would be the one to know that if they said something or if I missed it. I don't remember her saying anything because the way that she put it when they tried talking about the metaverse is like I don't know. I've just always lived here because like the hideout that she takes you to is LeBlanc and it looks just like LeBlanc, right? And they're just like, oh, that's weird. LeBlanc is here, whatever. They come into LeBlanc and Joker goes to his normal clothes, whatever. And she's like, oh my gosh, you changed clothes. What the hell happened? It's like, well, you were just in a different outfit right outside that door. What happened? So it's like, this is just where she lives, whatever this world is, completely different world. But yeah, all the Phantom Thieves are taken basically captive by the main villain, Marie, which they pronounced, I think Mari is how they pronounced it, but it's literally
English or Japanese?
I'm listening to it English.
Okay.
But they pronounced it Mari, I think, but it's literally just Marie. But anyway, but yeah, she took control of all the Phantom Thieves, and I guess it's gonna be a game of you get them back one by one. That and I'm wondering if I'm also wondering if right out of the gate you get to like pair up with like Kasumi and Akechi because I know they're in the game, so maybe they'll help you.
All I think about is just, oh, they're possessed. All right. Hey, Ryuji, remember that time you took my shit?
Yeah, basically. I mean, for a Tactics game, gameplay feels fun, feels good. You can't really complain about that. I mean, it's a Tactics game, a Tactics game in a Persona format with its cute art style, which I will say, I was kind of iffy on the art style with the initial reveal and everything. I think it would have been cool just to have the general art style they had
I'm fine with it.
for like Persona 5 or even Persona 5 Strikers. But honestly, you get into it, man, and it is really visually appealing. Like,
I mean, it's nice.
It's really cool to look at.
It
It's
reminds
very
me
fluid.
of the Shadow Labyrinth games or Labyrinth of Q.
Yeah, that's like the 3DS ones, right?
That's the
Yeah.
3DS ones.
Yeah, big shout out to those. Those are on sale with Video Games Plus. I got that on the Black Friday sales.
What?
Yeah, physical editions, cheap too. Yeah,
Okay, I need to go get another copy of 2 then.
I want to say it was Video Games Plus. I saw them. They've got a lot of different games on sale. Physical copies for 3DS, like $30, dude. Like Shin Megami Tensei, like all those games that are on the 3DS, like they're all like $30 right now.
Cool.
Story of Seasons, Harvest Moon. I've got that on the Black Friday ads. I want to say I saw for a fact Persona Q games physical for like $30, $40 somewhere. I don't remember if it was Video Games Plus or someone else.
That's true. That's a steal.
Yeah. So I mean, I did highlight at least what I did see, but
Because
I
both
know
those
I saw
games
it
are $80.
somewhere else. Yeah.
Just cartridge.
But I mean, the little bit I played of Persona 5 Tactica, fun. A little bit I played of Mario RPG, fun. I actually have no idea what I'm going to play when I go in. I do not know. It's going to be a tough decision.
Zach,
So,
I bought one of the games that you've been talking about, or you talked about here or there a little bit.
which one?
Yet another zombie survival.
Yes.
Uh,
How you feel about it so far?
While you talk about that, I'll see if I can
It's,
find out about that Persona thing.
This is the game that you talked about where you pick a squad leader, you
And you build your
you
squad.
recruit a few people, and then it's the vampires survivors slash soulstone survivors type
Yes.
game. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I'm currently going through unlocking all of the different tiers
Yeah.
for the different characters.
It takes a bit.
Yeah, it takes a while because if you do this, okay, I have some complaints about the game,
So do I.
but it's like I won't go into them too much because I did read through the last like community post that they
Mhm.
made, and then they also had a document. I'm trying to think of the word here. Basically, they had a form that you could fill out
Yeah.
and answer questions about what you wanted improvement and stuff. And a lot of stuff that I have complaints about between that form and their community posts and everything. They understand that they need to change some stuff, and they're just trying to figure out where they.
Did you happen to glance at their Google Doc roadmap?
No, I hadn't seen that yet.
Because they do actually update that fairly regularly of just things that they're working on, plans to work on, yada, yada, yada.
But yeah, I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I've been playing it. I think I played it for like 6 or 6.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I have all the characters, and I have the highest tier available unlocked for
Tank?
SWAT, tank, engineer, and I think that's it. I think they're the only ones that I have everything unlocked for.
See, I need to go back and actually unlock, because I got tier 2 for everybody. I need to get tier 3s.
Yeah, I'm working on tier. I think I have tier 3. I have tier 3 for. I think for most or half of them.
The only one I don't like is Hunter.
Oh,
Huntress.
yeah.
She's rough.
Great secondary squad member.
Yes, most definitely.
Mostly just for her passive ability for crit.
Crit. Having her as her lead is sort of rough until you get a secondary.
Yeah, until you get a bunch of perk points as well, and then it makes it.
Yeah.
It's like, and then it makes it a lot more smooth. I will say there is one thing about this game that drives me fucking nuts, and it is one stat in the game. It's crit.
Yep.
Crit drives me fucking insane in this game because it reads weapon critical strike chance, which means abilities and secondary effects from like attacks cannot crit.
Yep.
Meaning, like, because I unlocked the medic and upgraded their weapon to like the syringe.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking incredibly powerful. Great weapon. The AoE damage, recurring damage cannot crit because it is not part of the initial hit attack.
It's on their fixed list.
I know. I saw it.
It's on the list.
I saw it. It's one of those things where I'm like,
I agreed the same way. I didn't mention it at the time.
I will say the only problem though is if they change that to where like, or make a change to where abilities can crit,
They're gonna have to balance the shit out of that.
it's gonna need so much balancing because I played engineer, SWAT, and
Ninja.
no, I think it was tank. And just played around abilities. Every item that I got, I rolled for ability damage, ability cooldown, and stuff like that. And I did it in the endless.
Oh yeah, you can go for a while then.
It's like I ran out of damage at 39 minutes and couldn't go any further. But I also don't have all my perk points and everything unlocked for those characters yet. So I can get stronger for them. But at my current like unlock ability, I made it 39 minutes before I just ran out of damage and could not kill stuff fast enough. And then I just threw together like I think it was SWAT, Hunter and Ninja, and just did a crit attack crit just with fire rate and reload speed and just stacking a bunch of crit on there. And I still died at about 39 minutes, but I died at 39 minutes because I wasn't paying attention to the screen, because I hit a point where even at 39 minutes in, I could stand still and nothing would even get close to me because I was killing everything from a screen away. So it was one of those where there's a lot of balancing that'll have to be done if they make abilities be able to crit in that game. But it is still a fun game.
Yes. Have you played the second map?
A couple times. I haven't done a lot on it. I will say the other thing that kind of having to have your initial squad leader get like having to pick them to get the kills.
Yeah.
Man, it's tedious.
It does suck.
Because if you do the 20-minute mode, you only get about 5,000 to 6,000 kills.
And then your secondaries get nothing, so you still got to do runs with them.
And then if you do endless, and because if you do 20 minutes, you get about 6,000 kills. If you go almost 40 minutes in endless, you get like 18,000 or 17 to 18,000. And it's just, man, it's a lot of time to get all the kills required. And I'm also annoyed because I finished my endless run with medic earlier. I think it was like 38 something minutes in, and I need like 1,000 more kills for the next tier.
Oof.
So
yeah, the rank leveling's rough right now.
So it's a bit rough. It's not too bad though, because it lets you do some fun combinations,
Yes.
try out all the different weapons and stuff.
Mindset again. This is still very early access.
Oh, it's like 0.4.
It's 0.4.
Yeah, it's 0.4.
It's like that's
like
why
they literally just had an overhaul of like the weapon system just at the beginning of September.
Oh yeah, you can't criticize them for anything
Yeah.
because they're very aware of.
And as I said,
all the changes
they have
need
a
to make.
list.
Yeah, it's like they're pretty open about it. They want player feedback on it, but it's
Yeah.
like it's a fun game. I'm enjoying it. I'm mostly just like throwing people together and
It is fun to experiment with them right
testing out like how the different abilities work
because each character's build is fairly significantly different.
Yeah, I wasn't enjoying having tank too much. Now I like having tank.
I like him just for all his AOE. Shit.
Fucking engineer's cracked.
Oh yeah.
Engineer's fucking cracked.
If
out
you
of his
get
mind.
that cooldown with the turret down real good.
Even without that, like is like the tier 3 weapons.
Oh yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Oh, actually, I haven't seen his tier 3. I only know his tier 2.
Because tier 2 is the Tesla. It's the one that chains the lightning to everybody.
Oh, you're talking about his rank 2 weapons. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking tier 3 stuff. Sorry. Like
Yeah.
rank 3 stuff. Sorry.
Oh yeah. No, I was like tiers and like your starter. Then
Yeah.
tier
No.
2,
Yeah.
then
His tier 3 weapons are actually very good.
His tier 3 is cracked. But yeah, I'm mostly just. I'm just going in and I'm just basically going down the list. I'm like, I need to get more kills with you, so you start with you, and then when I finish with that one, I go to you, and you need it. But yeah, Hunter's a bit rough right now, but still, it's still fun.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say is, it's the difficulty is kind of weird right now because
It is in a weird spot.
if you do the base like 20-minute mode, it feels like you can just slap some shit together and run around and do whatever, and you'll make it. You'll survive. And if you go into the endless mode, you make it to about 30 minutes, and then you're like, or you it's kind of the same thing. You kind of just chill until about 30 minutes, and then you're like, okay, now let's pay attention.
Yeah, because that's when the debuff starts kicking in.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, at that point, it's like they've scaled up so much where it's like, okay, now they just have a shitload of health.
Yeah. Well, it's not that they have a shit ton of health. Because that was actually part of the 0.4 patch was your team's damage scaling actually slowly decreases as the minutes pass.
Yeah, the damage scales off slightly, but also the fatigue system is increasing the amount of damage that you take.
Does it increase damage take?
Yeah,
okay.
It increases damage taken to a point, so that you can't just run around and kind of be infinite.
Okay, I guess I missed that one. I just knew the damage scaling went down.
Yeah, damage scales down a little bit, and you take more damage. Yeah, the difference between like a 34-minute hit and a 37-minute hit is like instant death.
All right, Alex.
I also looked up that Persona Q thing. It was Video Games Plus, but the 2 games, Q1 and Q2, are both sold out now.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, but they were there. It was, I think, one was 50, one was 40.
Oh, yeah, those are steals.
Yeah, especially since it's the physical copy, of course.
Yeah.
But for Video Games Plus, they still have some others that are available, like a couple different Story of the Seasons games, Harvest Moon games, Metroid Samus Returns. There's one Tales of game. I forgot which Tales it is. And then Shimigami on sale for anywhere from $20 to $45 physical copies of 3DS games. It is a Canadian retailer, but they do ship to the US. So
it's not bad at all.
Yeah, no, those are some really good deals that I saw. I will say overall for Black Friday deals, I feel like this is probably one of the weakest years that we've had in a while. I'll be honest with you. Nothing really jumped out at me.
Black Friday deals for the past several years have gotten
worse.
Meh.
They've gone from like being crazy discounted games to essentially being like matching the energy of a Steam sale.
Basically. Accurate.
You know what I mean.
Shit.
Accurate. No,
it's not even like a Steam summer sale. It's it's like a Halloween bash.
It's like a weekend deal sale.
Yeah. It's like we're gonna have like I don't know. We're gonna put like survival exploration games on sale this week, and you get like a 30% discount.
And you can play this one for free over the weekend.
Yeah, it's like that's the energy that Black Friday matches now.
Yeah, it is, especially since it's gone to like a whole month-long thing.
I never thought about that, but how true that statement is fucking kills me.
I didn't think of it till just that. I was like, that's kind of what it is. Because I was looking at fucking sales earlier, or like the weekend sales on Steam.
No, I mean, like, so few of my favorite deals that I've seen across the board.
Gonna buy a game on Steam that I thought I wasn't gonna buy. I think I'm about Prey.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
have fun with that.
I know.
Didn't think that would be up your alley.
I didn't think so either.
How much is it?
Prey by itself is like $3
Okay.
for one of the for like from what I'm reading, one of the best games of all
Oh,
time.
it's a phenomenal game. Yeah, easily.
I'm probably gonna pick it up.
Okay.
It might take me a while to beat it.
You're probably gonna hate some of those enemies in there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're gonna have a hard time.
I've seen a little bit of it. I'm not excited.
You sound excited though.
Yeah.
I'm not
John,
excited. You
Please,
said that. Yeah.
please record your first playthrough.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Please record your first play.
Yeah, you've got to record something.
Like this is one of those things where I'm like, I'm gonna give it a go. It's
You're taking one of my mentalities for something.
Yeah, you really are.
I was looking at it and I'm like, it's very cheap. I know it's highly rated. I was reading some of the reviews and people were calling it a must play, and I was like, you know what? I'll give it a go.
Well, please record it and let us know how it goes. I want to know. I want to know how you're.
I don't know when I'll buy it, but I
Yeah,
don't know when I'm gonna start it.
Well, when you do, let us know and please record.
It's when I'm gonna have some time to sit down.
Right.
Speaking of recording,
'Cause it's gonna take a while.
would you be available next Saturday?
Maybe.
Okay.
I know why.
Okay. I have no idea.
I've been waiting on him to ask me. I knew he's looking for an opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just new. I knew this week and next week overall is not good for me. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a little bit going on right now.
Yeah. Kind of busy at the moment. No, with some Black Friday sales, a couple of the ones that were my favorites that I've seen is like Xbox Series X with Diablo 4 and a $75 gift card at
fucking
Target for $450. That's a pretty good price. Xbox Series S with 3 months of Game Pass for $250.
That's a better deal.
That is a good deal. Xbox controllers for $40 at Best Buy. Everyone else has them at $50.
Which ones?
Literally all of them, dude. All of them. Like
any special editions?
Yes, the Galaxy one, for example.
Oh, nice.
The most recent Shadow, like Gold Shadow one they released. Like literally, like all of them.
Yeah, I've meant to look at them. I haven't actually looked at the deals yet, but
Go to Best Buy.
I plan on picking up some controllers.
Yeah, go to Best Buy. $40, man. Get the Galaxy controller. Get the Gold Shadow. They got some good special editions ones.
Yeah, but I'll probably be picking up a couple of them.
And then this one was I really liked, honestly. Lego Skywalker Saga, Red Dead Redemption 2, and I threw in GTA 5 just because it was part of it. All $15 at Walmart. I like the fact that Lego Skywalker Saga is $15. It's a nice little steal there. Those are great fucking games, man. Great fucking games. Good pickup at $15.
GTA 5's $5?
15.
$15, I mean?
Yeah.
They raised the price?
Probably.
Thought it was cheaper than that.
No, I think it's usually been about $20, 20, 25. Especially since they have the enhanced edition, which is just the current gen.
Yeah, I guess if you're buying a physical copy of it,
Yeah.
I think I have a copy of GTA 5 that I bought on some sale for like $5.
Probably.
So looking at some Target sales, they've got the 2 Xbox sales, 10% off gaming gift cards, MetaQuest 2 with a $50 gift card for $250. That Smash Switch bundle, Animal Crossing Switch Lite, and the Spider-Man PS5 bundle will all be available.
I want to let you know this Animal Crossing bundle. I read this 4 times earlier, right after you posted it, and I was trying to figure out what in the fuck kind of Assassin's Creed bundle you were talking about.
For reference, in our script, Alex just posted as AC in Animal Crossing.
I read it.
I do a lot of abbreviations.
I read it 4 times because I kept reading it as Assassin's Creed, and I was like, what the fuck bundle is he talking about? I'd never heard of this.
Oh man, that's funny. I do a lot of abbreviations in our scripts. Sometimes they are a little wonky.
There are legitimately times where we'll be on the show and you'll say one of the abbreviations.
And John and me will look at each other.
We'll both look and go, oh.
Because neither of us knew and neither of us felt like asking.
I'm like, he'll get to it.
Oh, that's great, dude. All right, so some $40 games. Did Mortal Kombat 1, Final Fantasy 16, Resident Evil 4, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Breath of the Wild, still had a $40 price tag. Luigi's Mansion 3 and Mario Odyssey, $35. We got Jedi Survivor, Sonic Superstars, some $30 games, pretty much all your sports games. Gran Turismo, Hogwarts, Mario Strikers, that's a ripoff. Kirby Dream Land Deluxe, and DK Tropical Freeze. And a couple $20 games. We got the 2K23 and Mario Rabbids 2.
You say that's a ripoff, but it's been close to a year since this come out, right?
Year and a half.
Yeah, or been like a year and a half. That's when these games get good from Nintendo.
Not Strikers. Still dog shit.
Played it recently?
I haven't played it recently, but the
How
general
you know?
from what I follow online.
You tested it?
I haven't personally tested it.
Yeah.
But no one fucking plays it because it's dog shit.
You don't know that?
So this is how much Mario Strikers was nostalgia that they got away with Strikers, and then nobody plays Strikers now.
Well, no, I mean like
This is the one where they were like, everybody will buy it. We don't got to do shit.
Because everyone kept asking for new Strikers, not knowing what they're asking for.
well, see, the thing is that killed the game, and this is what I know killed the game from everything that I've seen online about how they fucked the online play
Oh, did they?
because you can't party with friends,
Oh, that sucks.
and that's what killed the game. Because like you can make like your own your own club.
Your club thing, yeah.
You can do the club thing, but you can't actually go into a game with a party of friends. You can go in with one person. So like you have to have AI on both teams. You can't just have a party of players.
Gotcha.
And that's what ruined the game for people. I'm not even kidding. That's what did it in. Like after everyone found that out, everyone stopped playing it. All right, so next I got some Walmart sales. Some of these prices delay won't go into effect until the 22nd though. So yeah, I see what you mean here. The AC Switch Lite. I see what you mean here. Available at normal price. Tears of the Kingdom will be $10 off, so it'll be $60. That is a $70 Switch game. $40 games. Of course, we got Ragnarok, Luigi's Mansion, Mirage, Hogwarts, Mortal Kombat 1. UFC 5.
Man, yeah, you struggled to get that.
I did, man. I don't know what
damn.
happened there.
I was sitting there. I was concerned. I was like, man, I thought he was gonna say like,
Have a stroke all of a sudden?
Yeah, I'm having a stroke over here, boys. Let's see. Miles Morales Ultimate Edition. That's the one that comes with the remaster of the first game. Dead Space is on there. Last of Us Part 1. For $30 games, let's see anything notable that I did not mention before. Horizon Forbidden West, Switch sports games, standard stuff. But Mario Odyssey is going to be a little bit cheaper here if you want to play that. Maybe Jedi Survivor, Breath of the Wild, a little bit cheaper here. For $20, we have Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, Need for Speed Unbound. Let's see, Sonic Origins Plus, good pick up there. Last of Us Part 2, which is getting a remaster. So if you haven't picked up Last of Us Part 2 and maybe you want to, good time to pick it up because the remaster will just be a $10 upgrade charge come January. So get the game now. Basically get the full remaster for $30 right now. And then, like I said earlier, the $15 for like Skywalker Saga, Red Dead, and GTA. Let's see, for Best Buy, they do have they do have the bundles for like PS5, Xbox. The two are pretty standard there. The only differences that I noticed is that they have like one game that was on my radar over the summer, reviewed very badly, where the studio got shut down, Immortals of Avium. That's on sale for $35. I've heard from people that I that work at other stores that I've become friends with that's played it, and they said it's fine. As we like to say on the show a lot, nothing wrong with a 7 out of 10 game. It's apparently a 7 out of 10 game. So I would like to play it. I don't know
Not
if I'll
good
pick it
enough
up.
for a new studio.
Yeah, not good enough for a new studio though, unfortunately. For $30, I want a couple things. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, It Takes Two on the Switch. You can also, for $25, get WWE 2K23, Team NT Cowabunga Collection. Let's see, MLB The Show for $20. Shout out to that. The Ezio Collection
Free
on the
with Game
Switch.
Pass.
True. The Ezio Collection for the Switch is going to be $15. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, and Halo Infinite with a Steelbook. Might finally pick up Far Cry 6. That's probably the cheapest I've seen it.
He's excited.
Don't.
I'm just curious of the game.
Don't.
No.
I'm just curious.
I'll send you my digital copy.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. So, is it that bad?
It's a Far Cry game.
Well, I mean, I know that, but is it bad?
It's a Far Cry game.
But is it bad?
It's a Far Cry game, bro.
Amongst other Far Cry games.
Do you like? Okay, let me ask you this: do you like Far Cry? Because they made the same game for the past 10 years.
I liked Far Cry 3 and 4.
Then it's the same game,
They've-
just in
yeah,
just in Cuba
They had success with Far Cry 3, and they've made the same game since.
Yep, correct.
You have it in Tropical Island. You have it in the Snowy Mountains. You now have it in ding 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 ding, and then Cuba.
John's.
Midwest County. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. And then you also, of course, had Primal.
We don't talk about Primal.
New Dawn.
We definitely don't talk about New Dawn.
I never saw anything good or bad out of New Dawn. No one played it. No one talked about it.
Because
Yeah,
it was not worth it.
Hey, welcome to Far Cry. None of these games get any attention anymore. They get hyped because they announce whoever the villain is gonna be.
Yeah.
And people get all excited about it, and the game comes out, and nobody fucking cares.
I mean, Primal was at least interesting because it was prehistoric
It
times.
was very different.
Yes.
In that regard.
It was still a Far Cry game.
True.
New Dawn, we don't talk about it because it was a cash grab.
It was. It was just a follow up to Far Cry 5 in a stupid way. At least it was like a cheap cash grab because I mean it launched at like what, $20? I mean it was a cheap ass game at launch, so at least it wasn't like a $70 game, you know. Oh man, if that was a $70 game, ooh buddy.
Oh, that would have been a shitstorm.
Oh buddy. So at least it was $20 from the get go. There's at least a plus there.
Which was concerning in the first place, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's why I never bought it. But I looked into it and yeah.
But no, I mean that's all I had for Black Friday sales. Kind of lackluster. Again, there's no GameStop sale up yet. That's one that I'm kind of looking for right now because it's you can tell it from ad to ad of as the ads come out, whoever's the first one that's coming out is probably going to have the worst deals because everyone else is going to undercut them just a little bit. And GameStop's usually the last one because then they undercut everyone. Just by a couple dollars here or there.
Our stocks are failing. Let's undercut everybody.
That's what they do, man. It's just like, you know, I mean,
They gotta try to get them in the store somehow.
they got to. I mean, like, a couple things that I saw is like, you know, Best Buy, you know, I know off the top of my head, like WWE was $25 there. It was $20 somewhere else. You know, I think Breath of the Wild was $40 at Target. I think it was. It's $30 at Walmart. You know, it's just little random shit like that. Like, it's like there are certain games that's going to get undercut just a bit. It wouldn't shock me if the GameStop ad comes out and a lot of these games that have been $40 across the board is going to be 35 at GameStop, like your Final Fantasy, your Assassin's Creed Mirage, your Gran Turismo 7. Those will all be like, you know, $35 at GameStop.
They'll have their $35 buy 3 get 1.
Yeah, or some bullshit. I know they'll definitely do the pre-owned where it's buy 2 get 1 free. They'll do that for sure. They do that every year. So I don't know. Keep an eye out for the GameStop sale. Not that many great sales this year, though. Unfortunately, you don't have the absolute banger on sale of $10 like last year of Digimon Survive. So it's an automatic L across the board. So unfortunately,
Best deal that we've had in a long time, Zach.
Yeah, like when we were going through the sales last year, and I pointed that, and I got to that one. John's like, "Nah, that's a fucking deal."
I had seen you post it, and I was like, "Man, I'm excited. I'm excited for that one."
No, these suck. Honestly, nothing notable. But I don't know. I told John before we started, one that I did buy is I did get.
Just John's looks like he talked to me.
Anyway, like I told John before we started,
you gotta realize when he doesn't come in, I could get some great reactions out of him.
I know, I'm aware. I did buy Mario Wonder. So one sale that you can do right now is you can get a game like you can get Mario Wonder with HSN or QVC if you have a new account, brand new account set up there. There's a promo code like Holiday 20 is QVC's, Holiday 23 is HSN's, and you can basically get Mario Wonders for $40.
One moment, Alex. John, do you have any idea what those acronyms he just said were?
Yes, because when we were talking about it earlier, I was thinking CVS.
When I said QVC, he thought it was CVS. Yes,
and we had a conversation about it because he expanded upon it when talking to me, and I was like, I knew something was wrong here.
So when it comes to knowing what that is, Zach, you know what that is. You just don't know what it is after me saying because no one talks about it anymore.
It's on TV how they have the people they have all the stuff come out and they have like the timer and it's like buy it within this time frame.
Yeah,
it's that.
So it's a quick time event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, it's like all the info shows that like.
So it's just a flash sale thing.
Basically.
Okay.
But you can get Mario Wonder for $40 because that's what I got it for. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's like you know what QVC and HSN is, but you may just forget about it because none of us here have fucking like normal TV anymore and don't watch it.
It's not something that's as relevant now. Now you would watch it in like the corner of a website.
Exactly. Some bullshit like that. Like I know what they are immediately because my grandmother watched them all the time.
Yeah, I watched them growing up. It's just
exactly.
I haven't watched them in years.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched it in probably like 10 or 15 years. But I'm just like, okay, yeah, I know what it is. So, I mean, yeah, if you can go set up a new account with one of the two, and you can get Mario Wonder for $40. So that's actually a pretty good deal considering the game is still brand fucking new and a Game of the Year nominee and Nintendo Mario game. I think that's a pretty good deal. So. But anyway, that's all I had for the Black Friday sales. Before we get to the weekly wrap up, do you boys have anything else that we want to chat about before we get to the wrap up?
All right. So, I don't know if either of you saw it, but the developers of Like a Dragon Infinity Wealth have come out and stated the length of this game
I saw this.
is concerningly long.
I did.
Concerningly long.
I read this article.
It's long to a point where they're just like, yeah, no, so we're afraid people aren't going to finish our game because you're going to have to binge it to the point where your health is at stake.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
Yeah, they said it's so long that unless you binge play the game, which would be unhealthy, that people will probably not finish it.
So that's a nice little tidbit for coming out in February.
Looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to seeing how long it takes to beat.
Because all I can think is, it's not because of the main story. It's for God, not for the main story. It's for all those goddamn minigames you stick in there.
Because when they made their pick a fucking block that they put 14 of them in a row on it's like they had like 14 of them and like 6 rows of it, and then the last one said and more.
And it's not because the main story. There's like, oh no, the main story you can finish in like 10 hours.
Right.
But those games are a completionist nightmare.
Yes, they are.
Jesus Christ.
Because they make it entirely accessible.
Yeah. Did they give any sort of ballpark on time?
No.
I was just like, hey, we're just giving you the friendly heads up. Okay. That's not good.
No, it was just if you sat down and binged this game, it would be unhealthy for you.
Oh my God. Never heard that before from a game company coming out and saying that. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if it was the Switch or another console where every once in a while give you a prompt where it's just like, hey, maybe you should go outside.
Yeah, no, they're not going to give you that prompt.
I think it was the Switch that sometimes
prompt.
gave that. It's like, maybe you should just go outside. Go touch some grass. Take a break.
Yeah. It's like RuneScape has a 6-hour auto log out feature. Can't play for more than 6 hours at a time and log you out.
Jesus Christ. Well, they're looking out for you. They're trying to help you out.
What keeps you from just logging right back in?
Your willpower. It's an advisement thing, Zach.
This is your TSA for the day. Or PSA, sorry.
I was trying to wrap my head around that one.
TSA.
That's the airport security.
Yeah, that's the airport security. Oh, Jesus. All right. We got anything else, boys? We're ready to hit the wrap up. I can't talk today. Jesus Christ.
I was just... Alex, we talked about it before the show started.
Yeah.
It's finally time, man.
Yeah.
It's finally time. We got to do it.
Got to do it.
When you think we're going to be able to?
That's a great question. Definitely within the next week. At least. As me and you both should have a 4-day weekend, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely within the next week.
Yeah, we can at least start.
Yeah, we can at least start.
Cool. At this point, we're getting a nice little compilation of moments where we can just be like, hey, we can do that thing.
Yeah, thing.
we can get at least
that one thing.
We can get like a 15-minute compilation, I think, now out of this.
Yeah, just that one thing that we talked about that one time at that one moment.
Ironically, before the show started, I brought something up to Alex.
Yeah. Okay.
And he happened to have had the same thought I did.
I already installed it last Sunday.
Motherfucker.
We within a week we've had the same thought. So
yep.
Also, speaking of one of the weeks, Evercore is dead. Its servers are shutting down as of next week.
Unfortunate.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I never got to play it.
That's on you.
Dude, I tried. So I tried like 3 or 4 times. I had like a 15-minute queue.
Yeah, and that's sort of the reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they already shut off the NA servers like a month ago, and it's only European servers or
Yeah.
a singular European server.
Unfortunate. Interesting concept for a game, but like when me and you played it some, we both had the same fear. Too niche.
Yeah.
Mm.
Great
Hey.
concept. Not the greatest
Execution.
Yeah. And then it is very niche.
Yeah,
It had nothing very compelling to keep you wanting to play other than yourself.
Yeah, it was super niche. Probably could have had a little bit more legs. Don't think it would have like kept it going. But a little bit more marketing to it, and it would have had a little bit better chance.
Also, Tekken 8's entire initial roster is out now.
Nice. In that genre, though, of Evercore Heroes, I did play Heroes this week.
Why?
Got updated.
What?
I wanted to have a little nostalgia.
He played Heroes.
HOTS?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to have a little nostalgia. I felt very nostalgic when I got on Twitter and I saw a new tweet from the Heroes of the Storm Twitter where it's just like, it's patch day. And I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck?
I got something for people. League of Legends World Championship 2023 Finals. Unfortunate for if you're from the U.S., if you want to watch it, or
the times
North
are
America.
fucked.
The finals take place this Sunday, I believe, is the
Cricket.
yeah, no,
Is it going on like
19th?
right now?
No, I was reading it and the date wasn't processing.
Oh, okay.
Takes place 19th, basically in 6 hours.
Oh, okay, so in the middle of the night for us.
Yes.
Surely you're going to wake up for it, John.
Yeah. So the World Finals are happening. Weibo Gaming versus T1. So for anyone, if you haven't been watching, but you like to at least check in for finals, because I know a lot of people that like don't actively keep up with it.
Yeah.
But they still like to see finals. We'll be going on shortly. Faker could possibly be winning his 4th world championship.
Shout out to Faker. Legend.
I think, yeah, it should be 4th.
There's going to be people here in the U.S. that have an alarm set ready to wake up and watch it. Oh, yeah. There are people ready. There are people that are staying up for it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's been, especially because like semis or quarters, semis, and now finals has just been T1 versus the LPL.
Yeah.
They have it's been the LPL destroying everyone and then T1 knocking them off one at a time on their way to finals. So yeah, should be a fun and exciting match or like set going on.
Nice.
But yeah, anybody curious that is happening,
That's what's up.
I will try to watch it, but it's very late.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It's a we'll see. All right, boys, let's hit the weekly wrap up and let's get out of here. So the first thing, probably one of the most notable things from this past week that's worthy of this news little segment is Knights of the Old Republic Remake is apparently dead, as we assumed. There was a lot of reports. There was a lot of just general news about it. I think about 2 months ago, where like the trailer had been taken down. I think they edited out the reveal from the state of play, and if they go that far, shit's going down bad. But yeah, just everything about the game. Tweets was deleted. But yeah, the general report right now that I've seen from like Jeff Grubb is that the game is officially on ice. No one is working on it. It is dead.
Oof.
The Embracer CEO, when he came out to comment on it, his exact comment was something along the lines of, anything that I say, he's like, I've seen the reports. Anything that I say will be turned into a headline. That is my comment, and that's the end of it. So not confirming, denying, but I mean, I think all the everything that we've seen points to this thing is dead, and we'll see if it ever comes back. Next up, we do have a release date for Dragon's Dogma 2. It's set for March 22nd, which now kind of speculates, like, was this the big multi-million dollar seller that Capcom was talking about?
Probably not.
And not Monster Hunter. So I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, it's got a very solid following.
It looks great.
I don't know if it's a 2 million though.
I don't think it's what they would be talking about there. I mean,
It's in the release window that they said, so that's why people are wondering, is Dragon Dogma 2? Is that the one they were referring to?
Here's the thing. Did you ever know what Dragon's Dogma was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you play it?
I didn't play it, but it didn't mean I know what it is, but I never played it.
Well, did you know what it was when it came out?
Oh, like yeah, because it came out back on the 360, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a game I didn't beat, but I've played to a certain point multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I've having never actually like beat the game or gotten all the way through it or anything. It's like I still enjoyed myself with it. It's just one of those games that I never ended up beating.
It's very
and it was
niche.
one of those where it's like when the announcement came out, I was like, I'm still excited for that.
Right. Next thing, which I already mentioned earlier, Last of Us Part 2 remasters coming in January as well. It does come with a new mode called No Return. It's a roguelike survival mode. It's basically survive as long as you can each run. You can choose a path through a series of random encounters, play multiple characters, including some that's never been played before, each with unique gameplay traits. So like I know one
It's a
playable...
roguelite?
Yeah, it's a roguelike. That's the way they described it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know one character they already showed
Everything's
that you
got
can
to
play.
be a roguelite, Zach.
Correct. They're hitting the genre. Lev is playable for so a great example. Lev will be playable. I'm sure that that one other random dude that took Joel's place from the trailer where he came to Seattle to help Ellie. I'm sure he'll be playable. I don't remember his name. I know he fucking brutally died. Probably a lot of Abby's friends will be playable. So I don't know. It's a thing. If you already have the game, it'll be a $10 upcharge for it. So that's why I said if you haven't played the game and you do want to, good time to buy it for Black Friday for $20 and then spend $10 in January to get the upgrade.
Man, it's always fun knowing nothing about Last of Us and hearing characters and stuff talked about. Because from him talking about characters that may be playable, it just sounds like a happy, fun time. It's like somebody takes Ellie to away to another city or something. Abby's friends might be playable. I don't know nothing about this game, but man, the way you casually talk about it just sounds great.
Pick it up, John.
No,
You'll have a great time.
I won't.
Larian announced Baldur's Gate Physical Edition. It's the deluxe edition releasing Q1 2024. The Xbox version has 3 discs. The PlayStation version has 2 discs. Comes with a lot of extra stuff for it. It's only $80, but after shipping, it's gonna be more like $100. So if you want to pick that up, there you go. Physical edition.
I
for
spent
Baldur's Gate.
$100 on a lot less.
Oh, yeah.
I'm willing to buy it just in support.
We will end up buying it because she really wants to play it on the PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got it on the PC, but she wants to play it on the PS5.
Better buy 2.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Also, I think I saw somewhere it's like Larian has kind of been teasing the next game they're gonna work on, and everybody's kind of assuming like Divinity 3.
Man, if it's Divinity 3, you're gonna lose your shit.
Well, it's like, I mean, clearly they're not working on it yet. It's not anything that's going to be happening anytime soon.
No.
Because they said from the beginning, they're like, yeah, when we finish Baldur's Gate, we're going to have to take a fucking break.
That's fair.
And they have a well-earned one. But yeah, it's like the great thing for Larian is now that Baldur's Gate 3 has gotten all this big excitement, it's going to drive people to Divinity when they announce.
Oh, easily, because people are definitely watching Larian now. I mean, Larian was a known entity, but now everyone's looking at him.
Yeah.
They were a known entity, but they were kind of like some people knew about them, but they were kind of the superstars in their own little corner.
Yeah.
They were.
And now the world has seen what they do.
Yeah. Now everyone knows. Baldur's Gate 3 just took them to the next level.
So yeah, I'll be super excited hearing about
6 years.
5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years, basically. There was a new studio at Bondi announced called Studio 2 and Studio S. The studio is built to strictly focus on Nintendo games. They specified Switch. I just said Nintendo in general because it means for the next console. Basically, to my understanding with Bondi making this studio
Force.
is Bondi just kind of missed out on a lot of like Switch opportunities, kind of similar to how Activision Blizzard didn't support the Switch at all. It's kind of that mindset of like, you do essentially need to remake a game for the Switch, unless it's like a low-end game, kind of similar to what we've seen with Hogwarts Legacy, where the game essentially had to get remade to fit on the console. So that's where this studio kind of comes into play, is it allows a dedicated studio to work on whatever game is coming out to release alongside the other versions at the same time. That's the gist that I got from this. But you know it actually means it's going to be for the next console. Bondi and Nintendo, they've had quite the partnership over the last, like 8 to 9 years or so. So there's no real surprise this is happening. WB further confirms that Wonder Woman is a single-player action-adventure game in a dynamic open world, and it's not being advertised as a live service. They wanted to put that out because of, I think it was a job posting.
Wait. Carry on. I just read the end of that.
I know what you're looking at.
Yeah. I was gonna
Because
I was
I've
about
got
to
the
say it.
same thoughts.
I was about to say it. I was getting there. But with the live service thing, apparently is because of some job posting where it kind of implied live service elements to the game. Like it was like a LinkedIn thing of someone who's no longer working there. So that's why they did further and come out and confirm that no, it is a single player game. Don't worry about it. But the interesting thing is they did confirm the Nemesis system will be in the game.
So are you going to create your own rogue gallery?
To my understanding, yeah.
This is gonna be a weird
This
game.
is going to be wild.
Hey, listen, as soon as I read Nemesis system will be in the game, I'm like, I'll play it.
I mean, I will too.
I'll play it. I
the
wasn't interested in it before, but I'm interested now.
The Nemesis system is so fun.
Dude, it's amazing.
It's just a shame Warner Brothers has it copyrighted, so no one else can use it.
But so with the Nemesis system being in there, I think it's pretty obvious. But I do want to go ahead and say it. The developers of the Middle Earth games are the ones working on this game.
And since it's
they are
been
the developer.
several years since War of Mordor, they've had time to revamp and rework the Nemesis system.
You know, I was actually just talking to the Nemesis system recently because Josh recently picked up Shadow of War and he's been playing it, and this is his first time ever playing it. And man, that was the first thing that he said to me. He was like, "Dude, the Nemesis system is so fucking cool."
Oh, the Nemesis,
dude, it's so good. If you've never experienced the Nemesis, you have to play Shadow of War, or whatever the first one's called.
Mordor.
Thank you.
Never played it.
Shadow of War is really fun.
I've seen a lot on it.
Nemesis
and
is so cool,
I've seen nothing. Like everybody's always praised the Nemesis system, but I've never played any of the games.
I recommend it.
More or less, my easiest way to explain to people now is think of a AI chatbot just for characters before AI chatbots were a thing.
What does it mean?
Have you never messed with an AI chatbot?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
What does that mean?
More or less.
I have
AI.
a general understanding of the Nemesis system because I've seen some videos kind of showcasing what it can do.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
But I've never interacted with it.
Yeah, because more or less it works similarly. Mordor works more off a flowchart than anything. War is a little bit more expansive.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Wonder Woman's gonna fucking have.
All I can think is, I guess depending on the story, just
See, I don't know enough
different
about Wonder Woman,
fightings
like
with
comic
the other
lore to even
Amazonian
make a pitch.
ladies,
I have no clue.
or just creating your own rogue gallery.
I am not a DC fanboy, so I have no idea about Wonder Woman. I don't know any of the comic stuff, so I don't know what they could do with it. But hey, if it's got it, I'm playing the game. Like, I'm interested. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Because it just makes me curious. Because she doesn't have enough power to force people to obey her, so you're not going to be taking control of people, maybe recruiting people.
Oh, she's got a way.
I'm still like, the moment he read it and I saw his face change was great.
Yeah.
Fucking
So many questions now.
the lasso of truth about to get an upgrade, man.
Yeah. So many questions. So many.
I'm now more curious about once we get more information about it now. I'm definitely more interested now. I don't care about Wonder Woman. I care about the Nemesis system, guys.
Me too. I agree that I had no interest in this game until I saw the Nemesis system thing. But Zach, the lasso of truth gets an upgrade. It's fucking amazing.
What's she gonna do to recruit people?
That's so fucking funny.
I mean, he would always grow up and smack them. She is going to use that lasso of truth and tie people's asses up to interrogate them.
Anyway.
No one ever wants to talk about it. Wonder Woman is into bondage.
So yeah, Nemesis system coming to Wonder Woman. That's actually really fucking cool. I'm glad the Nemesis system is still alive and well. Next thing is Suicide Squad is getting a deep dive series. Episode 1 launched at 20 minutes. One thing they did talk about is that all seasonal content characters will be free, so that's really cool. But yeah, it was just a big deep dive. Showed off some more gameplay and stuff. The classic suits is something they showed in a little trailer, so that's pretty cool too. If you're a fan of the classic suits, just a little nostalgia there. That game's still set to come out, I think February, right? I think it's February. That's what I'm going with.
We got cocked to last release date. So
Yeah, I already kind of touched on this, but yeah, Hogwarts Legacy on Switch, it did come out. I forgot it came out. Like I saw the screenshots, yes, but I didn't think it came out yet. I was recently in Walmart and I was just kind of walking around and I saw it on the shelf. I'm like, oh shit, that's out. Yeah, it looks like dog shit. It's to the point where it's like, maybe if years from now I can get this game for like $10, I am totally buying it because I want to experience this game. But there is no way in hell I'm buying this game at full price. Zero chance. But I am so curious on how just the whole game looks because like the screenshots that I put like in the Discord, oh my god, it looked so bad. So I am very curious of this. And the last thing is Indie World happened. That's all I have to say on it. I saw no major highlights out of it. The only general synopsis that I saw from everyone is Indie World happened. Silk Song was not part of it. There you go. That's like the Indie World result every time. I didn't personally see, I didn't look for any games out of this. No one seemed to talk about the Indie World, but it did happen. So if you love indies, go watch the Indie World, I guess. But that's all I had for the weekly wrap up. Do you boys have anything?
I don't got anything else.
John,
What's up?
you got anything?
So I'm looking at Indie World.
Anything interesting?
I haven't found my way there yet.
Okay, he's working on it.
But anything else? No.
Okay, all right.
I'm good.
All right, I'm gonna hit the music. We're gonna get out of here.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. It does help. Yeah, I got nothing else. Like, comment, subscribe. Help us out, guys.
Yeah, do everything he said. Where's I'm kind of tired now.
He's distracted and tired.
But yeah, we will not be. Normally, I'd say we'd be here next week. We're not gonna be here next week. So back to Alex.
Hey, all right, yeah. So again, we will not do a show next week. We've always taken off like the holiday weekend for Thanksgiving
That's
and
a
Christmas.
lie.
No, that's not a lie. We've always taken off.
We
holiday.
did one on Thanksgiving.
When was that? I don't remember that.
It was like 3 years ago.
Well,
It's
that
like,
doesn't count.
It's when we first started.
That doesn't count.
Well, I guess it's when I first started with this.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Why does that not count?
Indie World happened.
All right, so that's the result. He looked up everything on there. That's the result. And Indie World happened. Okay. So yeah, again, we will not be here next week. Hopefully everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you do some Black Friday shopping, hopefully you get some good games, some great deals. It doesn't really look there's a whole lot. Hopefully you find something and get something that maybe you've been looking forward to and holding out for. We'll be back the next weekend. I don't know if it'll be the 2nd or maybe the 1st or the 3rd. I don't know. Sometime the following weekend we will be back. And then, like I said earlier, we will be doing the Game Awards. John's been flipping me off for probably at least the last 30 seconds. We will be doing the Game Awards. There will be a very special show. I'm looking forward to it. More on that the next episode. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.